resolving our country's water and sanitation challenges necessitates deepened collaboration between all stakeholders in the water resource management system. And that is why I'm so pleased that there are so many participants from various subsectors of the water ecosystem. And there needs to be greater cooperation between the national and provincial government, the water resource management entities, and the private sector, as well as the local government sector, to support the turnaround of water stewardship. Now, if we treat water as a top priority that can sustain the lives of our people as well as drive economic growth in our country, it is in the water sector that we need to show our seriousness and our determination to resolve the challenges we have. And much of this focus must be on supporting service delivery at local government level where it matters most. It must be about resolving the problem of water leaks. I'm told that we lose up to 54% of our water through leakages along the whole value chain, apart from the theft that takes place. Now, structural reforms in the water sector, as vital as they may be, cannot be effectively implemented without local government being strengthened. My call, therefore, to national government as well as to provincial government is to use this Indaba as an opportunity to chart a practical course for supporting municipalities across the country in the delivery of water and sanitation. For example, municipalities are not effectively leveraging, for instance, the likes of the Urban Settlements Development Grant, the Municipal Infrastructure Grant, and other ring-fence financial resources to improve the provision of these services in their local areas.
Meanwhile, Water and Sanitation Minister Phemi Majodina says there is no crisis with bulk water supply in the country, but with reticulation up to the provision of water.
We are standing at about 69%, but the bad part of it is that on that 69%, there are people who are not getting water. Not that water is not pumped, but on the way, water gets lost and it does not reach them. For instance, we've taken a lot of municipalities to court. We're in court right now with municipalities. We are meeting with SIU. We've already recouped 459 million of fraud that has been committed through fraudulent activities, and that puts our people in a very awkward space. They don't get water. People are frauding the department.
The reality is that most municipalities are not just financially viable and are therefore unable to provide services. National Treasury tells us, Honorable Minister of Cogta, that 60% of the 257 municipalities are bankrupt and insolvent. And this is a serious problem that requires urgent action. Theft and vandalism at a level of organized crime that targets municipal infrastructure. I think the President also spoke about this challenge. Where we fix today and it is stolen by tomorrow morning, pump stations and mechanical equipment at treatment plants have been a target. This is a direct contribution on environmental pollution levels. We need to resolve this, as fighting organized crime is not a competence of municipalities. construction mafia that undermines our construction projects and ability to complete infrastructure projects. These result in challenges with infrastructure grant expenditure, where we lose money, but not because we don't want to spend or can't spend, but because of criminal elements in the construction sector. These are not excuses, but the reality is that municipalities must grapple with every day.
And Rand Water says this Indaba needs to be solutions-driven with an action plan. It says in Gauteng, most of the water that it puts in is lost due to leaks, and that the upgrading and refurbishment of infrastructure should be a priority.
3% of the water we supply into the system, which is about 1.7 billion litres of water a day, is lost through leaks. So we are going to be engaging with our municipalities and finding solutions. Some of them we are currently piloting, for example, in Emfuleni.
And while the dam levels that feed Gauteng are still full, but the long-term demand with increasing population is expected to outpace the ability of the system to increase the level of supply.
Since the state of the province address, where we identified 13 problems that we call G13, one top problem was water. And ever since that, the Ministry of Water has been in Gauteng literally every day. In the last 2 days, we went to see the future of water distribution in Gauteng. There is a new plant that has been built that is going to pump more water than we had, and is an addition, so that come 2030 we don't have this problem of water.
So the management and supply of water remains a chrysalda Lewis, SABC News in Johannesburg.